So click on this comment and follow it back to the previous video for full context. It was me talking about the new Maga narrative where they're trying to pretend that Donald Trump being on the list is not a bad thing because he's actually a whistleblower against Epstein. They're trying to now claim that the list that they didn't believe existed 2 weeks ago, that if he's on it, he's actually a hero. And there's actually a nice little formula they're hoping to follow here where they have Ghislaine Maxwell make up names for the list that includes only Democrats and not Trump. Trump then takes a victory lap claiming that he did nothing wrong, and then he pardons her for telling the truth and combating the pedophiles. All of a sudden, she goes free for her 20 years of trafficking, and Trump's crimes get buried. But that's neither here nor there, because take a look at the root of what they're claiming. If Trump was a whistleblower on Epstein, a guy he was best friends with for 20 years, partied with the guy, wrote him intimate letters, and rode on his plane and went to his island, and then all of a sudden he's a whistleblower? Trump, who notoriously has said for years that whistleblowers should be prosecuted? Trump, the guy who notoriously walked in on teens at Miss USA pageants on purpose? The guy who talked about grabbing women inappropriately? The guy who was found guilty of defamation and sexual assault? The guy who said that just like Jeffrey Epstein, he likes them young? The guy who said he would be dating his daughter if he wasn't related to her? The guy who was seen in multiple pictures inappropriately touching his daughter? That's the guy who's a whistleblower against pedophiles? Do some basic fucking math. And if he had been some kind of a whistleblower and some kind of hero with a heart of gold, he would have been screaming it from the rooftops from day one. Because the man never keeps his mouth shut and is constantly blowing his own trumpet about how great he is. The second the whole Epstein shit went down, he would have declared that he was a whistleblower, he would have declared that he was exploding the whole thing, and he would have given himself a damn medal. However, instead, he's doing what guilty people do, which is hiding these documents, refusing to release them, trying to deflect away from the topic and telling people not to talk about it, having Republicans in Congress constantly shoot down efforts from the Democrats to make them public, and also having the Congress go on recess 2 weeks early to avoid those accusations. That's what a fucking guilty person does. So for the MAGA to believe this new narrative that he's some kind of whistleblower and he's amazing and he's an American fucking hero is entirely pulled out of their asshole, and they are going to believe it just because they want to keep supporting a known pedophile. Because they love the taste of his boots and they refuse to give him up as their messiah, even though he is one of the most evil fucking human beings on the planet. Needless to say, this fucking enrages me.